Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cyber Safety Net Stay Safe Online, episode 102. My name is Anthony Germanos, and I'll be the presenter. Today, we're talking about why you need to know the CIA Triad. When I first learned about the CIA Triad, I was pursuing the CompTIA Security Plus certification, and I thought, Central Intelligence Agency. But I learned, no, CIA Triad does not mean Central Intelligence Agency. It has a different definition in cybersecurity. Now, let me go back to the slideshow here. Oh, today's presentation is sponsored by my fourth book, How Hacks Happen. In How Hacks Happen, there are two personas. There's me, Mark, the good guy, who wants to protect you. And there's Brad Cracker, the bad guy, who wants to rip you off. He's good at hacking. He says it's easy, and he likes the easy money. And maybe you knew this, maybe not, but hacking is not illegal in some countries. That's right, not illegal. Russia, Iran, North Korea, the America haters, not illegal to hack. And if you hack the rich Americans, even better. Now back to the show. CIA Triad. I'm going to pause 5 seconds and ask what you believe CIA Triad means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one was not so tough, now was it? It is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And this is arranged in a triangle. So let's talk about the three sides of this triangle. First up, we have confidentiality. Confidentiality relates to making sure only people who have a need to know can see the data, and those who do not have a need to know do not see it. So when I set up servers, I usually create two shares, at least two shares. A share is a shared folder. One would be finance. With finance, only a few people need to get to that data, and that would include owners and the finance people. And there's another folder, marketing, which many more people need to see because most of that data ends up on a website. It's just not that confidential. But getting back to the finance folder, I make sure that only the finance people and the owners get to see it. They need to keep that data confidential because it's usually compensation, corporate tax returns, and merger information. That is confidential. That is where I put it in the finance folder. So that wraps up the confidentiality side of the CIA Triad. Next up, we have availability, integrity. So let's talk about integrity for a sec. Integrity relates to having valid data available. If you open up a Microsoft Excel workbook, you're expecting to see valid data, not computer garbage. A few years back, I was experimenting with zips and compression, and I took a few JPEGs and put them together in a zip and compressed the zip. Then I opened the zip and saw that compressing those JPEGs or image files was a bad idea because I reduced the resolution. They just didn't look as crisp. Now, if these were pictures from a job site or a job walk, it would have been an issue. But no, these were just some random pictures from my computer that I put together into a zip and I compressed them. I reduced the integrity by compressing them. So that's something to keep in mind. When you compress, you're probably losing integrity. And in this example with the images, I reduced the integrity of those image files. Let's go one step further and talk about availability. I'm going to share the screen again. Availability relates to how people get to the data. Do they go to a computer where the data resides on a hard drive that is specific to that computer? Do they go to a website like OneDrive, Dropbox, Box, or Google Cloud to get to the data? Or do they pull out a smartphone and get to the data that way? These days, people want multiple ways or avenues to get to the data, and that relates to availability. So there we have it: confidentiality, integrity, availability. Let's resume to the primary point: why you need to know the CIA Triad. Well, for people who do what I do for a living, this is why we are employed. If you're a stakeholder, this is what you should expect from your computer people. I tell clients I protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of their data, network, and reputation. This is what I do for a living, and I've been doing it for 31 years. You know what? We're done. I know there are other places you could have been. I know there are other things you could have been doing, but you chose to be here. You chose to listen to me talk about the CIA Triad. And for that, I thank you. I hope you have a good day.